Aphids are usually what I refer to as a spring insect. They're kind of one of the first ones that we see come out of the cool weather. First thing in spring, you'll see them in the greenhouses. They're pretty easy to identify. They're a soft-bodied type of insect. They do have really distinct eyes that are easy to notice, but you gotta kind of look at some of the reference guides and know what you're looking for. They're in pretty much every greenhouse because the environments are conducive. I mean, there's moisture, it's a controlled atmosphere. Well, because they do replicate so fast, they only live about 30 days, okay? They don't have a real long life cycle, but during that 30 days, they can put up to as many as 80 offspring. So if you've got 80 offspring coming out, putting out another 80 within 30 days, they can replicate pretty quick. Maverick is a fantastic product, and it's been around a long time. Tafluvalinate is a well-established product with a good following. It is an insecticide. It's a class 3A pyrethroid, synthetic pyrethroid. It will kill the aphids on contact, just like any other adulticide would. Whiteflies are interesting, particularly because, one, they're very mobile. So we do see them flying around a lot. They're fairly easy to identify because you see their larger body. One thing about whiteflies is that they do spread disease. And being that they are so mobile, yeah, we need to really get aggressive with them when they reach that threshold. You're usually gonna find them on the underside of leaves. Their eggs are really unique. They lay their eggs in a ring-like kind of horseshoe pattern, and that's kind of unique to them. Both Instar and Maverick have a really good impact on whiteflies. There's several products in the industry, and Maverick is one of them. It's a synthetic pyrethroid. It's an adulticide. It's a class 3A, and basically it would be formulated to knock down adult whiteflies. And many products in the industry are targeted just for adult whiteflies. We're reactive in nature, I think, rather than proactive as much as we want to be, but Instar backs it up a couple of phases because Instar is effective on every developmental phase of the whitefly. So Instar has an impact on all of the replacement population, whereas Maverick would come in and be a rotational adulticide that would help knock down the adult fly. Mites are really interesting in the nurseries, and they're oftentimes missed. People don't recognize what they're looking at when they see mites. However, the most distinguishing feature is that you will a lot of times see webs. The damage that they're causing, you might see a blotchiness in the leaf, kind of a salt and peppery look on the surface of the leaf, a yellowing of the leaf. People think, well, there's a nutrition problem or there's some bug problem. They don't know what it is, but the whole thing's covered with webs. You know, it's just, you gotta do a little training and read on them and have some reference guides to go to. And as far as controlling them, we've got a couple products in the bag. We've got a miticide, Maverick. Maverick tafluvalinate is a miticide, and that will help to control them. Our Instar is very effective also at inhibiting mite reproductive development as well. So if you're using Instar into any rotation program, you're gonna get some regular insect coverage, but you're also gonna have limitation for the development of the young mites as well. Fire ants are everywhere, okay, in the southeast or everywhere south of, I'd say, the North Carolina line pretty much, and into Virginia. But in the greenhouses, fire ants are also a big problem, and they can't be overlooked. You don't want to be shipping containers out of your operation. You don't want plants shipping that have fire ants in them either. There are two different fire ant baits that we have. We've got Extinguish Plus and we've got Extinguish Professional. One Extinguish Professional can go in any greenhouse you've got, whether it's got fruiting vegetables or just flowers. That product can go anywhere. That's what we use in citrus fields, almond groves, vineyards for grapes. Extinguish Professional is what you would use. If you're only growing ornamentals and herbaceous trees, bushes, plants like that, you would want to use Extinguish Plus. When you think about, is there any one single product that can work for all insects? No would be the simple answer. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to have a single product just because we don't want to promote resistance. It's important to know what specific insect you're having a problem with because you got to have a plan.